Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. In this Dragonkin The Banished video, I want to talk to you about some pretty exciting stuff that they just announced today, and it's going to be about their main city and some services that are going to be available. Now, if you haven't played Dragonkin The Banished, the main city is going to be your central hub for everything with crafting, sorting your loot, min-maxing, kind of putting your character together and building your character is all going to happen in the city. Now you can level the city up and you can distribute points to level up different NPCs there that unlock different things from crafting potions to leveling up your different buildings in the city of how much XP you get and so much more. I do have a video guide kind of covering this. Make sure you check it out after this video. But in this update, they're adding 5 new services here and they are really going to shake up the itemization with the game. Let's go ahead and just jump right into the update post. The very first service they're going to be adding here is the Enchanter. Now this is going to be, we've seen this in other action RPGs, but basically the way that you're going to be able to do this is you're going to be able to modify one of the affixes on a piece of gear or a modifier type hexagon on the ancestral grid fragment. That's surprising to me. I thought this would only pertain to actual items. I didn't know it was going to actually pertain to those hexagons as well, which is your skill system and stuff like that. Again, I have a video covering the skill system and kind of breaking it down for you because it can be a little bit overwhelming when you first start. Basically, the enchanter will re-roll the selected affix and it's going to change its type and value. This is going to be really great because there's so many times that it's like, if I could just get that, whatever it is, and maybe I want more max HP or whatever, like this is just going to be a nice addition. I really wish this would have been there from the start of early access. But then, of course, you got your disclaimers here. You have unlimited attempts, but each re-roll increase the cost. Draconic affixes cannot be modified or re-rolled, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. But this is kind of your enchanter. Next up, we're going to have the Memorialist. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But anyway, what you're going to do here is you're going to inscribe the bonus effect of a skill modifier that you take from a sacrificed skill fragment, and then you can fixate it onto a piece of gear. You can see they have it right down here, kind of what they're talking about. This will be really nice. This will hopefully free up a little bit more of your grid space and allow you to place it onto your gear. This looks pretty awesome. Next up, we're going to have the updated version of the Master of Scales, and this is going to be a service that allows you to manage your codex. Now, this reminds me a lot of Diablo 4, where you kind of break down a legendary item, and then you can throw that legendary power, legendary modifier, whatever, onto your piece of gear. Again, it's nice to have that little bit of freedom, I guess, but basically what you're going to do, you'll sacrifice your legendary or mythic items, and this will also work on your hexagon fragments, and they'll be permanently recorded into your codex. Then basically you'll be able to pull from your codex and select 1 talent and 2 modifiers in here. Again, another great addition. I'm loving these changes, and I don't know, maybe we'll jump back in when it comes out. Next up, we have the Artificer. Hopefully I'm saying that again correctly, but this service is going to allow you to transfer draconic attributes from one piece of equipment to another. So draconic is a item type in the game that has a chance to drop. Now, they did say in here, this is the only way you can obtain mythical divine draconic items, because mythical items do not drop with draconic attributes. A little bit of a misspelling there, but is what it is. So basically the way the game works is you have different rarities. Of course, you have your blue, your green, and then it goes up to legendary, mythical, and then all of those rarities, as far as I know, can drop divine, so then you have legendary and below can drop divine and draconic, or one or the other. And basically what it is divine gives you kind of like a greater affix from Diablo 4. Now your draconic is kind of gives you buffs, but it also gives you a debuff as well. Now this, it just depends on what the draconic roll is and if it's good or not. But this will be a good way to be able to take that draconic item and, actually put it to good use, I guess. Next up, we have the Arsenal, and this is probably my #1 feature that I am personally looking forward to. This is basically a way to save your loadouts. I don't think I need to expand on that anymore. I'm glad they're adding this now. Again, I wish it would have been in with early access, but coming in the next update's pretty good as well. Or my second favorite thing that I'm looking forward to, and this is a close tie to the Arsenal in terms of my own personal hype, but this is the fragment chest. Now, if you've seen any of our build guide videos or anything like that, you can see our ancestral grid just looks nasty in there, and it's not pretty at all. And they're actually going to be adding a personal, it looks like a shared chest as well for your fragments, so you can actually pass them on to your alts. Up until now, you could not share any of these fragments, as far as I know, with your alts. So this is going to be absolutely huge. And this is probably The fragment chest and the loadout are probably one of the two most requested features, I think, from what I've seen in the community anyway. And the enchanting on top of it's going to be a pretty juicy update. Dragonkin The Banished is still pretty early in its life cycle in early access, and I do have a review video up of my time after playing 80 hours. Make sure you check that out after this video if you're still kind of on the fence or maybe deciding if this update is for you. All these changes are definitely a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Again, there's nothing really, groundbreaking here or like genre redefining or anything like that, but they're awesome additions to see in the game because I think most action RPG players would expect to see these with a fully launched product. So it's great to see they're adding the things that are necessary during early access and preparing for their launch way down the road. Who knows? I don't even know exactly what the timeline is, but that is going to wrap it up for this Dragonkin The Banished update video. New services coming to the main city hub. Hopefully you found this video useful and or entertaining. If so, don't forget that like button and subscribe to the channel if you think I've earned it. Please consider becoming a YouTube channel member today and unlock some pretty fun perks such as behind the scenes, early access to videos when I release a whole big batch, and bloopers that I find while editing. But don't forget, your view alone means the absolute world. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.